The Canon E65mm f2.8 1-5x macro lens is a specialty macro lens made for the minimum 1:1 magnification up to a maximum 5:1 magnification. Where most prime macro lenses finish at their minimal focusing distance at a 1:1 magnification, this lens begins, and it behaves like a simplified bellows system, not supporting the infinite focusing distance. So you can't really use it as a regular 65 lens, be it for portraits or product photography, and it must be used for at least a 1:1 macro magnification. At 8.1 by 9.8 cm when closed at a 1:1 magnification, up to a very long 24 cm when open at a 5:1 magnification, all at 710 grams of mostly plastic, the E65 macro is the definition of a specialty tool. This is not your everyday lens. The construction is mostly metal to withstand the barrel extension to magnify your subjects up to 5 times, and the included tripod collar makes for a perfect balance against the camera, easy to work indoors or outdoors. The usability is distinct with a single magnification ring that changes the magnification of the shot. It is not for zooming nor manually focusing, and its focusing distance is actually fixed, varying with the magnification rate. It goes from 101mm from the first element at the 1:1 magnification, up to just 41mm at the 5:1 magnification, and you actually get your subject in focus by moving the whole lens and camera, begging for a dedicated macrophotography track to get the best results. Finally, at the front, the MPE accepts 58 circular filters that fit just above the front element, and this lens also supports ring-type speed lights to proper light your subject. Canon doesn't declare any form of weather sealing, despite the lens sturdy construction, nor its compatibility with extenders, although they did work flawlessly during my tests. So this is a very specialty tool, and it's a good addition to high-end microphotography aficionados, the best in its class. With a 10 elements in 8 groups optical formula, a 3-group floating system to guarantee sharpness at end magnification, and an ultra-low dispersion piece to correct for chromatic aberrations, what the E65 delivers optically is excellent, great for out-of-the-camera files. Even wide open, it is easy to fall in love with its images. The files display plenty of resolution across the frame even on full-frame digital cameras, on whatever falls on the very short depth of field. It's mandatory that you apply special techniques like focusing and stacking to get full all-in-focus shots at this magnification. Stopping down does enhance contrast and details overall from 1x to 3x magnification, and I do believe these are the best specs from this lens. Finally, the colors and even the bouquet are great on this lens, the first being as saturated as any other Canon, a statement that itself sets it apart from the rest of the market, and the later is a welcomed addition, giving some macro shots with short depth of field a good-looking, smooth background to drive the attention to your subject. The E65mm f2.8 is not your everyday lens, and for Canon to be offering it for the past 2 decades showcases its compromise with the high-end photography market. My copy stayed for a little period of time on my kit, as most of my clients never really asked for such a high level of magnification, so I sold it for a professor in botanics that probably have a field day every day using it. So if you are this kind of photographer that seeks the easiest to use with the best result for commercial 5:1 macrophotography lens, this is it, and nice shooting!